Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're sitting with Sloane Siegel, and Sloane is an actor who you may have seen on Gortimer Gibbon's Life on Normal Street.
Yes, Life on Normal Street.
Which was on Amazon.
Yeah, it was an Amazon original series. It was a kids show. It's really a family show. You know, they say kids show, but like everybody from the ages of 4 to 80 have liked it. So
yeah, there's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Yeah, a little bit of everything for everyone. They say it brings them back to the Wonder Years or Erie, Indiana. Like we got a weird review where it was like, this episode is straight out of Erie, Indiana. but yeah, so people that watch those shows or grew up with that like it as well as the new kids of this generation. So.
Yeah. Well, the exciting part was that you actually played the title.
Yeah, it was Gortimer. I was not mailman number 4. I was Gortimer.
Gortimer Gibbons for 3 seasons?
Well, it was 2 seasons, but the second season was broken into 13 episodes each.
So how old were you when you first got this part?
I was 12 when I got the pilot. I got the pilot in 2013, I think.
Okay.
And then as soon as the pilot was done, we waited like 6 months. Then we heard it was going to go to series. We waited another 6 months. Then we went into production in 2014 for the first season. Then the second season was the whole year of 2015.
So what was it like? Because this was your first major starring role in a 3-season series.
Yeah.
What was it like being a child and being surrounded by so many adults in a working environment? I mean, I know your co-stars were also around their same age, but it was pretty much just the 3 of you.
Yeah. It was in the beginning it was just the 3 of us, and then we had more characters come along. Then we eventually had 3 guest stars that ended up being recurring co-stars. But yeah, when I was young, and I didn't really realize at the time sort of what I was getting into. Like, when I started acting, I was 7, and I just did it because it was really fun. And then I ended up going to Vegas for a big showcase, and then I ended up coming to California, and then I ended up living in California. And it's one of those things where your life just kind of falls into place. Yeah, it just snowballs. And at that point, when I got the show, it was one of the happiest moments ever. And then it just snowballed to the point where it just became my life. And when I left the show was probably the hardest part, because then you have to find your life away from your life. You know what I mean?
True.
But yeah, it was. Sorry, I ramble a lot.
No, it's fine.
But it was really fun.
But you seem to have kind of found your footing after the show anyway, because
Yeah.
you've gone on to work on other projects.
Absolutely.
Pure Genius is one that comes to mind,
Mm-hmm.
and you're also working at the studio. And now you're actually teaching classes, or how is it that it works?
Well, I've been learning from Zach for so long. This is Zach Barnett Studios, by the way. We're in the studio now. It's a great studio if you want to learn.
It's a great space.
How to act. I mean, I certainly didn't understand acting until I came to Zach, and he sort of taught me the artistry of it, and I fell in love with acting at that point. But how it works here is I've been learning from him for so long that he asked me one day, I think it was a year ago now, he was like, hey, you've been learning for so long. I was wondering if maybe you'd help me teach the kids and or mentor the kids, and see if you can give them some advice that from the show and all that, like all the experience and yeah. So I mentor the kids. I'm not a teacher, but I get to teach them alongside it, and that's really cool to teach alongside your mentor.
I'm sure it's very helpful for the students also, because you're coming at them with life experience, like you've
Yeah.
actually been on set for an extended amount of time.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and you
sets
can
my
tell them
life.
how it is.
Yeah, I can, and I can give them advice that they never got at a certain point. Like, I think it was during the teaching I got a really big role. It was a pilot with Melissa McCarthy, and she's so sweet, by the way. She's one of the nicest people. She and her husband Ben Falcone.
Yeah.
And then the pilot fell through. It was one of the most devastating moments of my career. And I was going through a really rough time then, because I was right after Gortimer too. And I got to use that to tell the kids, and I got to teach the kids and give them that part of my story. And in turn, they use that. And when they had a big, goal fall out, they were just like, you know what? Let's move on. Let's go for the next one. And I'm proud of them, It's all about moving on and keep going.
There's always something better that's going to come down the pipeline.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
just got to work on your craft, and eventually something else will show up.
Absolutely. Everything happens for a reason,
I must say that for someone so young, you speak with such clarity and maturity. Is that because you started studying art at an early age, or what?
Thanks.
Let's talk about your background a little bit.
My background. I'm a country boy. I came from West Virginia like 7 years ago now. I lived in a very small town. I lived across from 100 acres of cornfield.
Oh, wow.
I had to drive in another state. I had to drive to Maryland to go to the grocery store. I had to drive to Pennsylvania to go to school. And my dad had to drive to DC to go to work. So it was like we were right in the point of West Virginia where all the other states were. So I grew up in a small town. I grew up on a rescue farm where we rescued over 300 animals. It wasn't like a profit thing or anything. What we did is we just took in animals that were disabled or abused, or looking for a home, or we just found strays. We had like 6 dogs, 16 horses, a bull, 2 goats, 2 donkeys. Like, we just, if they needed a home, we gave it to them. And that's due to, you know, my mom's compassion. You know, I learned compassion from my mom. I learned kindness and strength and leadership from my dad. You know, my parents, I'm lucky to have really supportive parents. Without them, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I mean, this is great to hear coming from someone your age who, you know, sees what their parents have done and takes their struggles and learns from them and tries to bring it back into the world.
Yeah.
Are they still like a huge factor in your life?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I just got my license and they're still like, you can't drive outside the city because we miss you. And I'm like, okay.
So they live here with you?
Yeah, they live here with me.
Okay.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
There's always this like awkward lull anytime I'm interviewing someone in the industry, and I ask them, what are you working on next?
And they're like,
usually they're like, exactly, I can't tell you, or I signed an NDA.
I'm gonna have to say the same thing, but I can give you more detail because I'm sneaky like that.
Okay. I also love asking because people like give me weird workarounds, and they're like, it's this project about a chair, but not the chair, and
they're like
table,
a rabbit. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. And then it comes out months later, and I'm like, oh, the chair.
I knew it. They're the chair. That superhero, the chair. I knew it.
So tell us whatever you can about your upcoming projects.
Yeah, well, first of all, the question, what's next for you, is like the scariest thing to ask an actor. Like, if you want to give an actor like a midlife crisis, just say, hey, what's next for you? They'll be like, I don't know. But
I'm having coffee later. And
yeah, I'm writing this short film, which is what we'll all say, which is what we're all doing. We're all writing a short film.
I'm not writing a short film. I probably should.
You've got to join the game.
I know, right? But I'm doing these videos.
Yeah, which is, they're technically short films in a way. We just don't have a script. It's all improv.
Boom.
But anyway, what's next for me? I figure out how to word this. Because there's so many different things I could say. A sci-fi thriller that I'm the star of, that they're finishing up the pickups right now, and I'm gonna have to go back to Seattle for ADR very soon. Yeah, so I have to do that soon, and that film will be sent to the Seattle Film Festival and some other things. It's really cool, and we filmed it in a month, which was crazy. All I can say is
sci-fi. That sounds cool.
We were. There's other films planned for it too, but we had to film for a whole month, and we saved the last day for the most amount of dialogue, the most amount of special effects, and we destroyed this house. We just destroyed it, and we couldn't go back and do things if we messed it up. So we saved everything for the last day, and we did I think 2 weeks worth of work in one day. It was crazy.
You've worked a lot. You've had your own series. You've been in movies, television. What is your dream end goal like for acting? Where do you see yourself? When you get there, you're like, this is it. I've made it. What has to happen for that to be a thought?
2 things.
Yeah.
Number 1 is my goal is to be on a show and in off-season film features. That's what I really want to do. I just want to work. You know.
So consistent work.
Yeah, consistent work would be great. The other 2 things that are the true things is I want to walk down the street one day and I want to overhear a conversation of a family. And have somebody say, hey, you know that new movie coming out? Like who's in it? Oh, you know, Samuel L. Jackson. That kid Sloane Morgan Siegel. Yeah, he's great. I love his work. Like, I don't have to be acknowledged in the street. I would just love to know that people are enjoying what I'm doing, and it's bringing them light and bringing them happiness. And you know, as long as they're smiling throughout the day because of something I did, that means that I made it to me.
So
thank you.
Thank you for sitting with me and doing this.
Yeah, anytime. I'd love to do this again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to check out the description below because I would link all of Sloane's work, his Instagram, his Facebook, everything.
Yeah, send me messages too. Like, don't be shy. Or if
he loves learning about people.
Yeah, I love learning about people. If you see me in public, just be like, hey man, love your stuff. I'll be like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
There you go. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. If you like this video, remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And come back next week for more videos.
Take care.
See you guys.